This game mode is called Extraction mode. And in this mode, the objective is to protect the VIP, or the survivors, they call it. First, we have to be prompted instructions on the phone to give us the location of their whereabouts. There we are. As you check the phone, you'll notice there's a red line on it leading you to the location of the survivors. Try to avoid contact with all zombies. Don't want to lure a horde behind us. What most people fail to understand is that once you are within 10 feet of the door, it'll automatically start the objective. If you started without waiting for your allies, they will have to play catch up and have to fight through the zombies to make it inside the building. Anyway, first things first, you need to find a nail gun and fortify the building. Stumble across any of the weapons, that would be perfect. Start with the entrance and the windows. These are the most common places the zombies take. They tend to go ground up before anything else. Found a survivor. Let's go, buddy. Check upstairs to see if there's a second survivor. Most of the time there tend to be 2 to 3 survivors in each building. In this case, we only have 2. We'll head back downstairs and put them in a safe location. Come on, middle bin, you go. Come on, in here. I see you. Back entrance just yet. Windows. Firepower. It takes approximately 4 minutes for the extraction to pop up on the GPS so I can get these guys out of here. Until then, I have to fortify and keep the building secured. Best of my abilities. Moment, extraction queue. There we are. Okay, retard, let's go. Nothing you need to know about the AI is that they're not very smart. They tend to only follow you, not protect themselves. That's okay. ammo. Extractions on the right. Reason being is because most extractions have police cars surrounded in ambulances. They'll hop over the fence and reward me with, believe it or not, weapons and ammo. You think with all the weapons and ammo they have stored in their asses, they would try to protect themselves, but thanks anyway. Wow, a double barrel shotgun. Once you have completed the extraction, before you head on to the next one, you need to check the house for additional supplies before moving on. I know you're probably wondering, why they have all these weapons stored inside their anuses, but I try to make sense of it too, and I couldn't quite understand. It is early access, so perhaps the developers will find some reasonable explanation as to why it is the way it is. Some more supplies. Check upstairs. Shotgun ammo. And we're good. Now there's 3 different ways you can play extraction mode. You can defend within the base, or run in the outskirts of the map with the survivors, which is a whole lot easier, unless you're going against player zombies. Yes, you can be a zombie in this game if you die. Player zombies are a little bit more difficult to kill than NPC zombies. Quite scary. Anyway, onward to the next mission. Now, this mode is all based on objectives. So you can't, decide to kill yourself and be a horde with a zombie for the entire match. I mean, you could if you want, for the fun of it, but you don't gain any objective points for being a zombie. In this mode, all the instructions are placed on your phone. Though it's very vague, it doesn't tell you exactly where to go. That just kind of heightens the interest in this mode. Now, there's 3 different paths, 3 to 4. The map keeps changing every time you win or fail or have to restart for some reason. The map variants will go by random. Sometimes the exits will be in certain locations and paths that were blocked before, and sometimes keys and bolt cutters will be in different locations on the map. They're not always in the same area. So right now we're going to scatter around and find some weapons. I love a game that shows reflection. It's so attractive to me. Look at my titties. Anyway, back to mission. We need to find ourselves a set of keys to open the door for the next objective. Sneak up on me like that. Oh, fire extinguishers. A little news about fire extinguishers. For those who played this game, you're probably thinking, the fire extinguisher is crap and it's only designed to put out a fire, which it's not even all that good at. It takes like 2 minutes. Anyway, the fire extinguisher, believe it or not, is probably one of the best weapons you can get in this game. It has a ridiculous amount of range for a melee weapon. Yes, it is in fact a melee weapon. And it doesn't fail a good amount of damage. 3 hits anywhere in the body. I just prefer to go for the head. It'll down any zombie. Perfect way to save ammo. Now, once you master the range in which you can swing this weapon, it's actually very handy for when you're out of ammo. Very useful against player zombies too if you're out of ammo. I think it takes about 3 hits for them as well. Okay, objective. To find station 1 or 2. Can't remember which one comes first. Station 2. Right, so here's the objective where we need to find the keys. The keys could be in what I've encountered 4 or 3 different locations. This location is one of them. And it's not here, so we need to find the other ones. Location number 2, in here. Ah! And the keys. Okay, what should I sacrifice? I'll throw this weapon away. Okay, now to open the door. And open the cell door that leads to cell block B and A, leading us to the next objective. Now, for each objective you complete, you gain a point for completion. So if you die early in the game to be a zombie, you don't get any of those objective points. And the person with the most points wins, pretty much. If this path is locked, it's probably the one on the other side. Time to go find out. As far as I've encountered, there's approximately 3 different locations for this door to be at. We're going to check location number 2. Hello. Excuse me. Have to make it through here, please. And we're out to cell block B. Now, I could tell you all the different paths and changes that go on, but that would kind of ruin the fun. I say you go into the local server and just screw around and look for different paths and keys and weapons. It'll come to your advantage. Especially if you're a zombie, you need to know the location when you're a zombie. It helps a lot. The objective of this game is basically it's free for all. It's players versus zombie players versus NPC zombies. Now, the first thing you want to do in this game is to travel quietly to buildings. But before you get to the buildings, you might encounter zombies on the way. Your best way to avoid human contact or player contact is to avoid using loud weapons. Stick with your melee weapon. There's a few things to be taught about their melee weapon. A lot of people use the left click. Well, that's kind of like it's a quick attack, but it doesn't do a lot of damage. You want to try the right clicks and aim for the torso. Locational damage doesn't matter with melee weapons. 2 hits, and the zombie will die silently, and sometimes rewards you with ammo. Okay, our first building is over here. Most buildings you can enter have lights surrounding them, so you can, it's kind of like a signal. And you want to search and scavenge the buildings in less than a minute, if you can. Because most zombies will be attracted to the building once they see you enter it. Grab as many weapons as you can, preferably an automatic weapon and a shotgun. These are very good equipment to defend you against players. If you can, look around to find a double-barrel shotgun. Those are probably one of the best weapons because it kills in one shot, point-blank range. Once you've searched all the major points in the building, you grab all the ammo you can. Even if you don't need it, just grab it anyway, you know, to make other players' lives more complicated when they run out of ammo. You escape the building, and you go on to the next objective. Another key reminder is your phone. Your phone is a GPS device that locates enemy players, as well as if there's zombies as well. If they're 100, if they're 100 meters within your range, that will pop up on the GPS device, giving you their whereabouts. If you click on their name, it'll vibrate the phone in their pocket, which will then give you a nice location of where they might be. And you just rinse and repeat this process until you find yourself an enemy. Most people tend to camp in buildings, which make it very easy to detect them. You can use the NPC zombies to your advantage by climbing on high ground and looking at where the horde is attracted to assassinate this zombie. It's very difficult. Fishing for a backstab. There we go. And that's pretty much the basics of the hunted. Goodbye. It's too fucking close.
Dude, what the fuck is up with those acrobatics, you fucking little gypsy?
Like a ninja, baby.
Dude, I had like a fucking stash, man. I had enough to like... Shit, I could have bought a nation, man. What the
Ew, what the fuck? Push! Congratulations, it's a boy!